Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. This is Thursday, which is our fifth Sidra, our fifth Aliyah of the Torah portion of Lekh, which means get yourself out. And it's taken from Genesis chapter 14, verse 21, all the way to chapter 15, verse 6. But we're only going to focus on chapter 14, verses 21 through 24. Money? I don't need your stinking money. That's the name of the devotional this morning. So let's move on to the word, shall we? In Genesis chapter 14, starting with verse 21, it says, "Then the king of Sodom said to Abraham, 'Give me the people. The possessions take for yourself.' But Abram said to the king of Sodom, 'I raise my hand in oath to Adonai El Elyon, Adonai, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, not a thread or even a sandal strap of all that is yours will I take, so that you will not say, I made Abram rich. I claim nothing but what the young men have eaten, and the share of the men who went with me, Anir, Eshcol, and Mamre. Let them take their share.'" Money? I don't need your stinking money, right? See, Abram was rich already, but didn't care about getting richer. He was rich, but he was a very humble man. This shows his motives for saving his nephew Lot and giving credit and praise to God and wanting his friends and his allies to get what they earned. Abraham had faith that all he wanted or needed. So in verse 15, verse 6, it says this, "Then he, Abram, believed in Adonai, and he reckoned it to him as righteousness." So Abraham had faith. That's all he ever wanted. That's all he ever needed. He didn't really care about the riches. Faith and righteousness is what was important to Abram, and not fame and money. And the same should be true, and the same should be said of us. After all, Yeshua, he was the Messiah. He was God in the flesh. He left all his throne and all the riches of glory, all the rule and reign of everything, to come and be born to two parents who were dirt poor. They were so poor they had to offer 2 turtle doves when he was born as a sacrifice when he got circumcised. Turtle doves were a poor man's offering. And Yeshua never rolled in the dough. He was a carpenter. He was a construction worker. That's how he got his pay. That's how he made his living. And he was even more scantily without cash when he became a traveling rabbi. But guess what? Everywhere he went, his father provided for him. He never had to go without food. He never had to go without shelter. He never had to go without clothing. Yet, he didn't own a pocketbook that we know of. Yet, he left his carpentry job behind to go into full-time ministry. And despite walking everywhere he went and didn't even have a horse to ride on, Yeshua was poor, but yet he was rich in faith. And Yeshua didn't care about fame or care about money. He just cared about righteousness and the relationship with his Father. And so Yeshua is a true son of Abram, a true son of Abraham, because likewise, we see in the passage that we just read regarding this account after winning the war, that he had a chance to get even more riches than he had, but he didn't care about that. He said, you know what, just keep it, because I don't want you bragging that you made me rich. I'd rather you give what we got to the guys that were with me. They deserve it. You know, they fought hard. They deserve to have the spoils. And so we need to do the same. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and God bless.